Let's start with the brand. What does the brand stand for?
Ajmera Cityscapes is the real estate vertical of Ajmera Group. It's been around for almost 4 decades now.
So today we'll be talking about a project that lies at the heart of South Mumbai, Kalba Devi. And this project has something to offer to a wide variety of home buyers. So let's get the details from one of the second generation directors of this brand, who started at an early age of 19 years, and he's given 15 years of his life to Ajmera Cityscapes. Mind you, this brand has been around for close to 4 decades. And the parent company has been here for 71 years. This is pitch perfect. Let's go. Please help me welcome the director for Ajmera Cityscapes, Mr. Jesal Ajmera. Hi Jesal, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Shubham.
All right, let's start with the brand. What does the brand stand for?
So, Ajmera Cityscapes is the real estate vertical of Ajmera Group. It's been around for almost 4 decades now. The brand does stand for the happiness of so many lives that it has given such lovely living spaces.
Amazing. How many projects so far?
Well, currently about 5 projects are under development. 3 million square feet of construction in residential and commercial spaces. Almost about 2.5 million is under development, and we're looking for another future development of about 4 to 5 million square feet in the next 5 years.
I think a lot has gone through in the past 30-40 years. You've seen COVID, you've seen the lulls, highs also. How do you describe that journey?
Every problem was a different challenge. Sometimes it was the economy, sometimes changes in the rules and regulations, and more importantly, the vertical matured over a period of 40 years.
Amazing. Okay, let's talk about the project now. This project, downtown, it launched almost a year back. Now, somebody who's buying their first home, perhaps, for them, what are those USPs for this project?
Well, commitment to delivery so far has been a very tried and tested USP of ours.
Okay.
So once if someone's investing with us, they're sort of assured that they will get the delivery. This parcel of land is right in the heart of the South Bombay. Land is either leased out by the BMC or it's the custodian of the collector. In this case, it's a freehold land. So going further, if there is any transfer of ownership in the flats, you're subjected to about unheard income of some percentage which you have to pay to the government. So once you're on a freehold land, it belongs to you, and at least that portion of income tax you don't need to pay. Going further, the public transport connectivity which has recently developed and which was already developed. There are about 2 metro stations that are proposed. One is near the head office of BMC,
Okay.
and one is right in the heart of Kalba Devi. And both are equidistant from this particular location. Say about a 2.5 to 3 minutes walk.
Literally stone's throw away.
And this is in addition to the Marine Line station which is already there. In fact, even the road connectivity is so well planned out that one way you can connect to the Eastern Express Highway, and exactly in the opposite direction, just by the way of Marine Line's flyover, you're connected to the coastal road. So that gives you a benefit to have a lifestyle with the easy access of commuting in the South Bombay, living in the South Bombay, but not exactly paying the price of the South Bombay. Another USP, which is quite rare to find, that in the business of real estate, when developers are known to charge a premium for higher floors, we have about 55 stories spread over about 2,500 square meters. We have proposed our amenity floors on the top floor. We have infinity pools on the terrace. We have indoor and outdoor games. We have coffee bars. So when you have common spaces right on the top floor where everyone can enjoy the view, which is pretty much undisturbed for the Arabian Sea as well as the dockyard, I think it's one of the USPs that people have really liked.
So basically, if I had to dive into that pool, I would easily be looking across the Arabian Sea and spending my nice evening with probably my wife or my loved ones.
Well, that's a nice picture you've painted.
Thank you. Great, great. So these are some really amazing USPs, one would say. Can I get the configurations of these?
We have versatile 1 BHK, which is 440 square feet. The reason I call it versatile is because you can convert the living room into a second bedroom by the night with a sofa cum bed, which converts into a bed by the night and a sofa by the morning. We have a 2 BHK, which is 560 and 620 square feet. We have a 3 BHK, which is 840 square feet. And then there's always provision to convert 2 flats into a single flat and make a bigger one.
Jodis.
That's right.
And what are the ticket sizes?
Believe me, to get the right ticket size, you'll have to get in touch with my sales office.
Perfect. Normally, whenever a developer sits with their architect, they have a certain design aspect in their minds already, certain briefs that they give to the architects. Was there anything specific given to your architect?
Well, to be fairly honest, in the city of Bombay, when you give a brief to your architect, the very first line is FSI pura use hona chahiye.
Right.
So the architects in Bombay are so creative. They incorporate a lot of practical things in planning because the lifestyle in Bombay is quite different than your lifestyle in a 2-tier or 3-tier city. There are also a lot of constraints that they have to work in because the sizes of the plots can always be challenging when it comes to Bombay.
Open space to...
Well, open spaces, of course, the flats are not matchboxes. We are fairly Vastu compliant.
Okay.
That's what is a prerequisite when an Indian family is purchasing a flat. And the open space as regards to the compound, the amenities on the top floor, that enhances your quality of life. Standing true to our tagline, we're a company which has emotions in concrete. And it's very overwhelming to see our home buyers come from the first day of trying to strike a deal till the last day when they get the keys from us. They're so emotional because even they have a sense of achievement that they could make a roof in this expensive city of dreams as people mention it.
And the possession?
24 months from today.
Correct. So, your target audience includes MIG?
My target audience is very, very versatile.
Right.
I'm not restricted to making only luxury projects or only MIG projects or only LIG projects. It simply depends upon the location and the requirement of home buyers in that particular location that drives my project as a part of committing to fuller living. With regards to the lobby, with regards to the amenities, they remain constant everywhere. We have a luxury project in Khar, LIG project which we just completed in Dadar. We have another MIG project happening in Borivali and Malad. So we are catering to very widespread home buyers.
And you don't seem like you're in a rush. You have to clock these many sales in this period of time.
We do have the competitive ambition to outdo the legacy and run faster. Not by compromising on our values. You cannot go at the other hand and devalue your own project just to maintain cash flow. Well, it is necessary to maintain cash flow, but as soon as quarter after quarter your milestones are achieved, the best thing is to then again hold on and create value for the people who've already invested with you. So I think we try to strike a good balance between the both.
Okay.
Success is eventually just the byproduct.
That is very well said. But I want to genuinely understand the one mistake that maybe you learned from here. Okay, this was something that should not have been done.
We at Ajmera, we would not want to commit something which we do not foresee in terms of delivery. Because the day you accept money from a home buyer, for you it's just a matter of business. But for him, he's trying to complete his dream. He is going to source anything and everything that he's earned to that day. So dealing with a very sensitive product.
Understood. Point well taken. Now to the flip side of this question. Some good things that somebody has done and you've learned something about it.
I have learned one thing, that everyone is very, very persistent. At the end of the day, it is only this persistence which is helping you reach success. Every problem was a different challenge, and all these challenges in our industry are so different that every lock has a different key. In fact, in our industry as real estate developers, we are quite inspired from each other as well.
It's a very tight-knit circle at the top, is it?
It's, believe me, it's a very healthy competition. And most of them that I've been inspired from happen to know my father. There's a lot of learning curve when it comes to what other developers are doing. Had their projects been successful, they were still persistent to do more work.
Persistence indeed is the key. You keep doing it.
Each one of them had this one thing in common. They were persistent. My industry is quite unique in terms of giving profits. It is not an industry that gives you profits maybe on a daily basis. It earns you profits maybe once in 3 to 5 years. And if you're not very aware of this, there's a huge chance of you committing a mistake.
Understood.
So when the game is so complicated, persistence becomes all the more difficult.
Absolutely agreed. For the people who are watching, a lot many things to learn and to take away from this interaction and engagement that we had. Thank you so much, Jesal,
you.
for doing this. It was such a pleasure.
Pleasure was likewise.
For you guys, stay tuned for the next episode very soon.